What's up, YouTube? It's Bianca J, and I'm here today with a prophetic message from the Lord. And so today's word comes from a vision that I had on February 28th, which would have been yesterday at 1:25 a.m. is when I wrote this out. So I immediately wrote this out right after I had the vision. And so in the vision, there was a girl, and she looked to be like in college, maybe like 19 years old. She had some like lemonade braids, going around. The braids that go like this and hang right here, French braided in, like the feeder braids. So she had those lemonade braids. She had on some light color blue jeans, and then she had on a blue sweatshirt or a blue hoodie, and it had like white letters on the front, like how you'll have on a hoodie from your college, like from the university you attend. And so she had on like this Carolina blue, and then it had the white letters going across the sweatshirt that would have been I would say the school name, but I couldn't see it completely, right? And so she had she was on the playground, and she was sitting on the grass that was inside of like the playground area. And so on her lap she had a laptop, and so on her lap she had her laptop, and so it was open, and she was like real focused on the screen that was on her laptop, right? And so there was a guy, he had on a white shirt and jeans, but I couldn't see his face, right? But he had on a white shirt and jeans. And so he begins to call her name. And like I can't remember her name, but he began to call her name. And she never like paid attention to him calling her, right? So he kept calling her, and she was so focused, like staring at what was in front of her, staring at what was on her lap, that she couldn't even hear her name being called. And so that was the end of the vision, and I woke up. Okay, and so the Lord, well, prior to me having this vision, like around 10:15, I had kind of like dozed off, and I woke up. I looked at the clock, it was 10:15 p.m. So that would have been February 27th before the 28th came in. Okay, and so in the as I'm waking up from my dream, the Lord says 393, and so I repeat 393, and then I said, okay, I got it, Lord. And then I woke up. So when I woke up from like dozing off, I went to go look up 393 in the Strongs. And so 393 in the Strongs meant to cause to arise. It meant make to rise, or at the rising of, spring up, be up, right? And so to whom this word is for, the Lord is calling your name, right? Like in that vision, the guy who was calling the girl name, she didn't pay attention to him, right? So the Lord is calling your name, right? So remember, I couldn't see the guy, I only could see him from like neck down. Okay, and so the Lord is saying your name is being called, whom this word is for, right? Your name is being called. It's time for you to rise up and answer the call, right? And so you've been sitting on the side and looking for far too long. Remember, I said she was so focused on the screen, and she was sitting to the side in that playground, and she was just so focused on what was on her lap, like what was in front of her, that she couldn't even hear when her name was being called. She couldn't hear what was going on around her because she was so focus on this one thing in front of her, right? That laptop computer. And so the Lord is saying, take your attention off of what's in front of you and rise up, because he is calling you. It's time for you to rise up. Like, no longer will you be hidden. It's time for you to stand up, to rise up, right? And so don't ignore the call. So don't be so focused on what's in front of you and what's on your lap that you can't even hear him speaking to you, right? Like having a one-track mind, right? The Lord is saying he is calling you, and he's calling you to rise up. It's time for you to stand up. It's time for you to go forth. Okay, and so that's the end of this word today, you all. So stay focused and be blessed, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye.